Oh, if only you guys could see the dancing that happens behind the scenes.
Hopefully that never sees the light of day.
It may, if the video doesn't stop in time at the end, or if I don't click the button at the right time, we may very well be in trouble. What's happening, Indie Invasion peeps? Hello and good evening.
Good evening for us over here in the stateside.
Yes, and for our friends in Australia, good morning.
Good morning.
Tomorrow. Good morning tomorrow. We have our coffee, so we're ready to go. Indie Invasion. There you go, ready to go. And and there's Spaz. Hello, Canadian peep. As he greets us with hello, American peeps. Hello, Canadian peep. Spaz got in some supers, posted some pictures over in the Discord that looked pretty fun. Spaz, did you see the bundle pack for Star Breach with the baggie and the dice and the soft cover book? And did you already order yours? Is probably the bigger.
I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah. I got the email the other day, and I suspect now Spaz, since he hasn't answered already, is probably headed over to the Star Breach website right now to pick up his dice bag. I'm probably going to have to get one too.
Yeah, he was yelling at, well, I shouldn't say yelling, commenting on our most recent video that I filmed and we put up on the YouTube that if he gets into that, we're in big trouble.
Why are we in big trouble?
If he gets into Marvel Crisis Protocol,
we're always in trouble. So, no, Spaz had just ordered the book. I wonder if you called him or emailed him if you could still add it to it since you just ordered it. They probably would do that. And Todd R is here. Hello, sir. Welcome to another episode of Indie Invasion Shorts. Because we are the pushers, Spaz says. Yes, we are. And that's actually a very good Steppenwolf song. I may be dating myself just a little bit, but that's a really good Steppenwolf song. On to other things.
I don't have a trench coat.
Alder. Welcome, sir. We have our coffee and we have been waiting for you. Alder also posted some stuff up in the Discord that he got a game of Last Days Zombie Apocalypse in, and someone shot his medic in the eye. Who does that?
Well, he's a medic, right?
Right.
He can take care of it.
Hey, it worked out for Carl in The Walking Dead. So
yeah,
it worked out. So, and hey, Mike's on there too. MCP Marvel Crisis Protocol rules. He says he is. I will tell you this, Mike. You need to enjoy that victory that you have, whether you won the game or not. But sucking Eric in.
These are your fault, Mike.
Yeah,
since I've seen you.
Sucking Eric into a game is kind of it's like a goal everyone should strive for. What can you suck him into? That's why he was so thrilled when he got me with Urban Manhunt, was because he finally got me with one. There it is.
By the way, you guys, these are available now in paper.
No, the companion. That's
the companion, not this one, but the companion is available now.
Yep, I just ordered mine, and I am excited to get it. Super excited. So what are we going to talk about tonight, Mr. Huffman?
So tonight's going to be a little bit different. What we're calling tonight is the State of the Invasion. And basically, this is going to be our show update thing where we're not talking about games or topics or anything. Maybe a little bit, because we can't help ourselves. But me and Mac have been talking about this. We've been doing the show for it's over a year now. Shorts are a little bit newer, and we're kind of always talking about ideas of what we can do new, what can we do different, and we are going to be changing some things up. Now, don't worry, we're not going anywhere, and actually, the content may multiply a little bit.
What? Because we're rolling in the dough, right? No, that's not why.
No,
that couldn't possibly be why. We are rolling in a lot of game books, though.
Yes. So, yeah, basically, this is just a show to chit-chat with you guys about what we're going to be doing new and different at Indie Invasion podcast.
R says change is scary.
It is scary, Todd.
Change is scary. Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
These will be good changes and fun changes. It'll actually, like I mentioned, give you guys more to enjoy.
Yes.
We hope. We hope you enjoy it.
And we're also looking for feedback because we want to kind of expand on everything that we're doing. And free game books for everyone, Alder says. All men fear change. I don't know. I'm down for change, man. I like change. I get bored with the same stuff. That's why I have 6,000 books on the back shelf. I get bored. But anyway, we are looking for input too. So one of the things that we were talking about doing is we wanted to move shorts to Tuesday night. That way we'll be doing something on Thursday night as well. Now it may not be live because Eric does love to edit. He does love to put a little bit of polish on.
Yeah, I like putting a polish on, giving it that professional sound.
Oh yeah. Just like if you got a chance to watch his YouTube video today where he went and played Crisis Protocol, he was all snazzy on the intro and the outro and the transitions and everything. No. And I'm over here doing videos, like that. That's how I do my videos.
I don't know about that.
Yes, Alder, we mean Wednesday morning. Yes, that is correct, sir. We would be doing it on Wednesday morning instead of Thursday morning for you. That makes my brain hurt.
Well, did we decide on Tuesday or were we thinking of doing it on Thursday?
Tuesday or Thursday.
So that way, I mean, basically, if we did it on, Thursday, say we do it on Thursday, well, then we can have the audio drop for you guys that don't watch it or just want to listen to it on Friday. So you have the whole weekend to listen to while you're mowing the lawn or whatever. And then it basically, if we do something then on Tuesday, it gives me a whole week to do something editing and get it released by Monday. So then you guys got that to listen to.
That thing,
Thursday.
We talked about that. We had just been talking so long about doing it Tuesday. It was stuck in my brain. This is why Eric is here. I'm easily confused.
So, I mean, it's a way that we can kind of spread the content out for you guys. Not only does it give us time to, do the editing or work or, research, meaning Mac buys new books, into new games that, we want to talk about with you guys. And then it opens up like real life for us too, a little bit, so that we can play these games and, have family time.
And that's kind of to answer Todd's question is why the change for the live show. And that is why is, it's just easier to have it on a day other than Wednesday, just for our schedule, partly because when we recorded the regular podcasts, each podcast was about an hour and a half long, but you're talking about 3 hours of sitting down to record and then all the editing after that. So it was just a little time consuming. So basically what we were going to do is we were going to use that other day for a shorter segment instead of doing the big block of time that we have to carve out in order to do the big podcast, and just kind of paring it down. And in order to do that, to break it up throughout the week, Tuesday and Thursday just kind of worked better in the whole mix. Alder says, real life, what's that? That's probably where you are right now. Is you're probably doing real life right now at work while the rest of us sit around and drink coffee and talk about our games and stuff, Alder, since you're in the future.
Yeah, we were doing a lot of times we were recording on Saturdays or Sunday nights, and or both. Yeah, we'd break it up into 2 nights, and it just, with everything in life, it just started getting kind of hard to do that. So for the podcast proper, we still want to do kind of the same format, but we just want to cut it up, break it up to where it's a little easier to digest type of show. So like, we always did a deep dive or a spotlight on a game, particular thing, a series. Well, that could be one of the little releases that we do, 30 minutes of us talking about a faction for a game like we did on the main show.
Right.
Or it could be a segment of Phantom Dice where we're talking about new games we just discovered or got into, and maybe some news and stuff like that. So kind of the same format. We're just going to cut it up a little bit.
Now,
easier to digest.
There is an alternative if we fear change so much that we just can't stand it, then if we can start a GoFundMe to move Eric down here, then it won't be a big deal to do the recording. Then we'll just stick to exactly what we have. No problem. We don't have to change anything. We can get our games in, and there you go. So did you like how I did that?
I like how you did that.
That was a good one. I need the bell for that one. That's a ding ding.
Yeah, right, ding ding. Yes. Holder, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's something that we told each other when we started this crazy ride, is that, all else fails, family always comes first. You got to get stuff done in the house, with your family and kids. And
as a matter of fact, I think I still have drywall dust on my shirt. I just moved that back a little bit so y'all can't see that.
But yeah, and then like with shorts, the change up was basically it's same show. We're just changing the day. And we're kind of hoping, because we've done it before on Thursdays, and some people have chimed in saying, "Oh, I can make these now," type of thing. Right. So, are we going to start this soon? Next week after? We haven't really decided yet.
No, we didn't really. So, we'll kind of see what shakes out. Mike says you're not going anywhere. You could move too, Mike. It's cold up there. And winter's coming, so my arguments will become ever more increasing as the temperature begins to go that way.
I warms my heart. He says I'm his favorite gamer.
Hey, I can relate. He's a pretty good gamer. He's fun to play. Even the one tournament game that I've played in, the only tournament game I've ever played in, well, not counting Rumble Slam, but that doesn't count because that's not serious, was against Eric. I still don't remember who won. Who won that one? I know I didn't win overall because
I don't think it really matters because we were just having so much fun hollering and hooting.
Well, we didn't finish very high. My 10-year-old son at the time,
he whipped everybody.
He did. He came out on top. He's got the big Adepticon medal that's like this big hanging up on the wall over there. People are like, "Oh, you got that at Adepticon?" I'm like, "No, I was just the driver." So he's sitting over there. I may have to disappear for a minute because he just said I'm just better. So if I go off camera and you guys hear thumping, it's just ignore it. Just mute me or something.
Ooh, look at this. Mike used to live in Alaska.
Yeah, my aunt has lived in Alaska for probably past 50 years now. And she lived at one point she lived in Barrow, if you know where that is.
Not only do you get the cold, but you lose the sun for a good portion.
And then you get the sun
for a good portion.
That's right. So that's kind of what we have in mind. And we're definitely, any ideas you guys have for YouTube stuff, we really, really want to, both of us, try to do some kind of bat reps. We've been talking about that for a long time. So if anybody has any advice on cameras or things like that, that's kind of what we've investigated some, but we would like to do some because we do a lot of independent games that we would love to have other people other people see. So I know I saw that one too. Yes, Todd, absolutely. We need to build a gamer compound and invite the invasion. Absolutely. We definitely need one. With a train hub that comes to it from every direction. That would be perfect because trains are awesome. But anyway, so because we play all of these cool games that really just need to get out there, they need to get a little bit of exposure, and maybe not full on bat reps. It might be something like Eric just did with Crisis Protocol. Just throwing something a little bit out there that, hey, this is the game, check it out. But I have a couple of bat reps up on the YouTube channel, and I don't recommend that you go watch them.
They just need polishing. That's all they need.
They're for Twisted. All right, go ahead. Okay, so Spaz said he'll give some advice that you learned from Gorilla Miniatures for filming bat reps. All right, did it for your Supers game. Okay, well, we can definitely chat. Train from Australia could get a bit delayed. Well, we'll let you fly. We'll let you fly, Alder. You and Wayne, you guys could just fly.
Yeah, you don't have to take the slow boat.
Nah.
Had to deal with.
Maybe we can raise so much money we can put the Concorde back into service.
Oh boy.
Especially for Indie Invasion. It would be appropriate for the people that we have in the group to fire the Concorde back up, right?
So Spaz said he liked your Urban Manhunt bat rep. So that would be something to look back at and maybe kind of build on it. And that's something that if we do start doing this, it's going to be a trial and error thing, and we do like hearing your guys' feedback. That's why we keep doing the live stream. We love interacting with you guys. And that's why one thing with the shorts, we didn't want to change because it works. We just wanted to change the day just so it kind of spreads it out a little bit for not only us, but for you guys too. So,
and the other thing about shorts is we felt like it was different than a lot of what's out there. Not that there's anything wrong with the flip throughs and the unboxings and everything, but we wanted to do something a little bit different. So if you guys want to see us do flip throughs or unboxings or stuff like that, let us know. Sometimes we do unboxings just because we're like, oh my gosh,
look what I got.
That's right. And it's totally 100% self-centered when we do it. It just so happened to, usually when I do one, it's because I'm already sitting at my desk and I'm doing something and my kids check the mail and they bring something and I'm like, oh, I know what that is.
You just have to turn the camera on.
Yeah, exactly. Or sometimes I go, I have no idea what that is. It's going to be like Christmas.
Definitely. So I think that's kind of the short of it, right?
Yep.
I mean, we've gotten great ideas for some of you guys, like with the shorts. I just actually did a brainstorming session for topics, and some of you guys have, messaged me with ideas. Spaz, you just gave me one that I put on our list that we'll get to hopefully eventually.
Yeah, and Alder's thrown a couple out there, and I think Mike has too. I don't even remember where they've all come from, but there's been, gosh, I would say probably the last couple months have mostly been listener
which we love. I mean, we love doing what you guys want to hear us chit chat about and run our mouths about.
All right, but we still have 10 minutes left, 13 technically, for the fastest 30 minutes in wargaming.
So this is going to be the fastest 10 minutes?
It's going to be the fastest 10 minutes. Tunnel Vision 31 says, waving my hand, positivity, passion, persistence. Have a great one. Thank you, sir. Or ma'am. Because Tunnel Vision is sort of kind of neutral. So thank you, nonetheless. So in the vein of talking about cool independent games, you guys have seen a lot of 5 parsecs from home probably out there on the internet. How often do you derail us from the run sheet? About every 30, 40 seconds. Are we still going to do any of the hobby hangouts? I don't know if they'll be regular. That's a good point. Maybe we do a monthly hobby hangout.
Yeah, that's something to think about. Yeah,
instead of the weekly, because on top of the weekly, it just made it hard.
Yeah, we kind of slacked off a little bit on it with the summer because everybody's doing stuff during the summer.
Yeah, and now it was huge at the beginning of COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Because nobody was going anywhere. And that was, I mean, all of this is kind of a byproduct of COVID. So, I mean, there's your silver lining for us anyway, is that, this is Indie Invasion came out of that chaos. So
speaking of chaos, some of the stuff you said, Todd, may end up on a shirt too, by the way.
oh yeah. We're working on shirt designs too. So Mini Warmut says, yes, 5 parsecs. Well, okay. You guys know I'm Mr. Hard Copy. I got to have a book, but I cannot justify the $25+ for shipping. I mean, it's almost as much as the book from Modifius. So I pulled the trigger on the PDF. Yep, I bought a PDF.
That had to hurt to say.
Oh, man, it did. Not only did it hurt to say, it hurt to click. I mean, the whole process was painful. The downloading, I'm still sore from the whole process.
But hey, let me ask you, how fast did you get to read it? Did you have to wait a week to get it?
I did not have to wait. No. But in my own defense, I do buy PDFs. Usually it's the hard copy plus PDF one that I get so that I can still read it. But So I pulled the trigger on the PDF, and I'll tell you why is because I finally sat down last night, and Straw from the Battle Hammer was doing his 5 parsecs, the opener where he's rolling up all the stuff for the character, and I already was interested in the game because it has such a strong role-playing element to the game. So I built my crew today, and it was just a blast. It was so much fun when I started reading it that, okay, Mini Warmut, I got it. So he says, were you like, oh dude, this is limitless? Oh, yeah, pretty much I was so limitless that I went ahead and downloaded 5 Leagues from the Borderlands, which is also from Nordic Weasel Games, and it's basically the fantasy version of 5 parsecs from home. Because I've got all of my role-playing minis that, for all my monsters and Relic Blade and Free Blades, all of these other games like that I have that'll be perfect for it. So I downloaded that one too. And I also downloaded Chrome Hammer Ascension, which is basically the same thing, but in a cyberpunk world. And it was just a whole lot. It was a whole lot of fun. Now I probably won't do anything with 5 parsecs just because there's a bunch of stuff out there on YouTube. If you want to go watch something about 5 parsecs, there's tons of videos out there. But I might do something on 5 Leagues from the Borderlands because there's not as much out there, and there's a 3rd edition coming out, and I want to play around with it. Maybe Chrome Hammer too. But anyway, it was really cool. I did go Nordic Weasel crazy. I did.
Yes, he did.
when I went to War Game, when I went to Drive Through RPG, I didn't even look up the titles. I typed in Nordic Weasel Publisher,
and then you said add to cart all.
That's right. I said no, not all, because there's all kinds of little adventures and stuff in there. They just would have added up. I wasn't ready to pull the trigger.
Well, that's kind of cool. They have little adventures like that. Like we were just talking about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, we're talking about support for the game and coming out with new content. So that's cool. Oh, we got to say hi to Cynthia. Hi, Cynthia. You made it.
Eric messaged me last night, Cynthia, and said that the companion hardcover was up and in the process of buying all the Nordic Weasel games. I bought my hard copy of Urban Manhunt Companion too. Had to be done.
So how many games did you get this week then? Books, rule books.
What do you mean this week?
Did they fit on all these digits?
Last night. This was last night. So I wasn't so bad. So I got the Urban Manhunt Companion. I got 5 Leagues from the Borderlands, 5 parsecs from home, Chrome Hammer, and I guess Chrome Hammer Ascension. I don't know if that really counts. That's just the solo version of Chrome Hammer. So I don't know if I can count that as 1 or 2. I'll let you guys be the judge how I have to count that one. If I'm going for more, then technically I bought 5.
Okay.
And unfortunately, they were all PDFs except for the Urban Manhunt. So Todd had said, go get them printed, and I'm going to. I'm going to take them down.
Some of your stuff that's just PDF, right? You just take it
I just go down to Staples and go up to theirs and run it through, and then I have them do the
spiral. That's the way to do it. So
I do spiral with the I get the front and back cover since it's just paper. That way I kind of have a hard copy of the book. Well, I feel a little better about it.
It makes it nice looking, right?
Yeah, I feel a little better about it. Like that's how I have a bunch of games from. There's several games from Ganesha Games, which is Song of Blades and Heroes rule set, that are only PDF as well. So I have several like that. I have several like that too, and then Turnip 28 and some of the Battle Space stuff. All that's in that format. I see you laughing. Who said what?
Well, I'm reading Todd's comment here. I'll click it on. He said, so the hobby of collecting and reading books is totally separate from playing. In some cases, yeah.
Come on. I love collecting rule books, man.
He wants to have a gaming library, where you have the ladder and you just scroll it down. Oh, I need this book.
Yes, that would be perfect. That would be perfect. Listen, I'll have to take some pictures here shortly because a buddy of mine works at the high school and they just remodeled the media center in the high school and they got rid of all of the shelves. And the one thing that drives me crazy about my game room is the eclectic shelves. It drives me nuts. So he got, I mean, tons of them. He's like, just come pick some up. So I'm going to get a whole bunch of them, and I'm just going to go all the way around the walls. It'll hold my terrain, all my books, and it'll look nice. You know what I mean? It'll look like built-in shelves. So
cool.
Todd's rolling, mini painting, collecting, all related but separate. Yeah. Well, I mean, really, we're laughing about it, but if you think about it, it really is, because you've got guys that just want minis. That's why so many of the independent mini manufacturers do so well, because he's going to get some of that stuff. So you got guys that just collect. They have somebody paint their stuff for them. You got guys that just want to paint them, don't play a single game. Then you got the guys that show up with the Gray Legion of 40K army with nothing painted because they just want to play. There you go. See, that's what I like to see. Yeah. My pile of shame is a source of pride.
Well, I've been in the fallback of collecting lately, and it's not done yet, thanks to Amazon. But it's like Todd said, kind of sometimes I have that problem too, where you have the pile of shame, the grays.
Yep.
Sometimes I just, from work, I'm tired, where to paint takes a lot of mental energy. So I get a lot out of just building.
Yeah.
That can be very relaxing too. So it's like I have all these models built, and then eventually when I have that energy, it's like, I'm going to start painting these. So
yeah.
And I'm trying to be systematic right now. It's like, instead of having 10 things I'm working on, let's just work on 2, 3.
Right. But then you find something in the drawer and you're like, oh, I should put that on the table too. And then you find something else because you had to look for a paintbrush. And then you realize, oh, there were 6 miniatures around this paintbrush that I need to put on.
Yeah.
And then you're back up to 25 models on the table. But yeah, I agree. The building it's like, you can shut your brain off when you're building. Matter of fact, I built some models yesterday. I think I got some Freebooters Fate minis from a buddy who does some commission painting for me, because with the demos that I run at conventions, I can never keep up with, because I keep buying more stuff. I can never keep up with what I need done for conventions. So he does some stuff for me for a really good price, because he's a buddy of Alan's, so he kind of hooks me up. But he sold me some Freebooters Fate minis, which you guys listening to this tomorrow won't be able to see this, but they're pretty cool. I like them. Oh, let me put that back up there. I will say that as far as, they're very characterful, they're very neat. They're not the best white metal molds. By far. Good bit of trimming to get the arms and stuff to go together. You know how it is when you have white metal that has knobs and pins and stuff that go into the certain spots. Well, the holes are too small, or the pin's too big, whatever it is, just little things. But they're nice looking once they get put together. And for anybody that's a moderately decent model builder, it's really not a big deal. And they're pretty cool. I'm looking forward to getting some paint on them. And maybe playing, possibly.
Maybe.
Cynthia says, not big on metals. Yeah, he's a pretty sharp looking mini. I'm a metal junkie. I gotta have metal models, because I lose too much and I gotta have to throw them at my opponent in order to win.
He wants the weight, basically, is what he's saying.
I need the weight. Okay. Oh, here we got a question. Never ending question. Store your minis back in the box, display on shelves, shoebox, or store them in battle foam?
I mean, I think I've done all of those. Actually, currently, I'm doing all of those just because of space. That was something I was actually just talking about today with the wife. Is like, I'm almost done painting these minis. Where am I going to put them? I don't want to just stick them in a drawer and forget about them.
Right.
I do have a display case, but it's full. Of my old GW nicely painted stuff. I am the type that I think you work hard on these things. And if you're not actively playing it, I'd say put it out on display because it's kind of fun to see that. And maybe you need inspiration for something you're working on. Now, if it's a current game, put it in battle foam. So you're ready to go to the store or your buddy's house to, play the game. That's, and then never ending question for sure.
For me, I don't keep any of mine in battle foam, but I don't have a store that I go to. So that one's kind of out for me. Just because I don't have a store to go to. So if we play right here at my house. I don't have to take anything out. But I have, and I think I've mentioned this before, I have the upright scrapbooking paper holders, the rolling ones that have I think 10 shelves in them. And because my wife scrapbooks, I have a label maker. So I have all of them labeled by game, and it keeps the dust off of them because of the way that they are. I can take the whole drawer out, take it over to the table, and then I don't feel like they're lost in the battle foam. I can take them out and I can look at them if I want to.
So I got one of those, but it's full. And I also got like what Todd's talking about here. IKEA glass towers.
Yeah. I want 600 of those.
I got 2 and they're full.
Yeah.
I mean, right? I could take my son's, but his are full too of what he collects. So.
Well, they wouldn't be full if he took his stuff out.
That's true. If he would take his stuff, back to where he lives now, I could have them.
That's right. And so Cynthia said if she did all of those, she does all those too. But if most of us just battle foamed, everything would be in the poorhouse.
You're not lying there.
We wouldn't be able to buy miniatures if we all battle foamed. You got to look for that sale at Miniature Market of the
Miniature Market has their pluck foam. That's like what Adepticon. They always have their sales where you can get them for like a couple bucks. Based on whatever size you want, and then they usually give you a bag for free.
Yeah, so the pluck foam is nice. So Todd has 4 IKEAs full of painted. All right, so you're the winner of the IKEA shelves, and let's see. Spaz says his wife was giving him grief for boxes of minis today. He told me she's buying me more display shelves. That's awesome.
That's what we need to do. Just pile up the boxes.
Yes, that's perfect. So let's see. What are our thoughts on the upcoming version of Warzone? I didn't know there was an upcoming version of Warzone, but now I'm going to have to go and look.
What did you do, Cynthia?
It's the nature of the beast, man. It's what we do. Got back into it with Resurrection. It was fun, but the rules felt wonky. Excited about the upcoming edition. Yeah, definitely. And more shelves. Yes, definitely. Always more shelves. Like I said, I'm super excited about the media shelves to get all my stuff. I'm super excited about that. So anyway, I think we're out of time. I think we're
just a quick update about our show changes. You guys, when we do decide what we're going to do, we'll make sure we post everywhere on social media, and it's not going to be anytime soon. We'll have to sit and decide when we want to kind of pull the trigger on that. But we'll let you guys know.
Yes, Todd, the models get so darn dusty.
Mm-hmm.
That is so true.
But yeah, if you guys had any input, please send them our way on Discord. Email us at indieinvasion@gmail.com, or even on Facebook. Send us a message.
Yep. Whatever. And
I got to take us out, right?
That's right.
All right. But yeah, that's our show for tonight, guys. Sorry we didn't talk about a gaming topic or a game for all you guys to get, into and go run and find and buy and spend money. But thank you for joining us anyway for this week's Indie Invasion Shorts that we do every week, live stream. And you can find the rest of our stuff, audio, on Podbean, iTunes, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Stitcher, Spotify, and Pocket Cast. Please go there and check them out. And you can also find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Discord. And once again, feel free to drop us a line at indieinvasion@gmail.com and go all those places. Like, subscribe, follow, tell a friend about it. Best way to help us grow.
That's right.
And if you guys want to check out, this is important, check out CoastalCon website. we got some news coming up soon for the Coastal Con in February. You can visit that at coastaltext.com. And also on that website, you can actually listen to the podcast, follow links to friends of the show to get merch or other things.
Merch.
Maybe you want to order stuff from Alan.
Yes, most definitely.
And then if you guys want to support what we're doing here at Indie Invasion, feel free to check us out on patreon.com/Indie Invasion. For mere peanuts, you could support us, but you know what? You don't have to. We're going to keep doing this stuff because we love doing it for you guys. But you can check out what we got going on there on Patreon. And you need some stuff to put on your naked body? Well, we got a store at Redbubble. People, Indie Invasion. I actually just uploaded a new graphic for you guys. It's a black and white, so very similar to this. If you guys want to put stuff on a black shirt or a dark navy, or they got hats now.
They got hats.
You can check us out there. We got like 4 different categories of different logos that you guys can get and all kinds of different stuff.
And let me throw this in there before you prepare them for the
invasion. For this.
This right here. The pointing at the end of the show is so a short snippet for Coastal Con 2022. We are going to have Coastal Con on February 25th and 26th. Now, depending on what price I can get on the hotel, I'm going to try and get the 27th as well. So this year, for our 3rd year, I'm going to try to match up 3rd year of Coastal Con, be our first time doing 3 days. That's the tentative plan. So I'm hoping that all of that works out. I have to wait until October to confirm that because the hotel that I use does their books. And Todd, that is going to be here in Beaufort, South Carolina. More details to come on that. You can bring your wife because it's a tourist town. And even in February, you can still go to the beach here. It's a little chilly, but still.
It wasn't that bad the last time we
had one cold night when there was frost on the cars, but then every other day was like, wow, it's kind of hot here, at least for Eric. But
I was coming from a snowstorm, so I'm like, this is nothing.
Exactly. We had a little tiny bit of, that frost on the window where it takes like 4 seconds for your defroster to get rid of it. That's what we had. That's what we had.
All right, guys. Well, I see some people joining in late. If you guys joined in late, you guys can rewatch it once it goes up on YouTube or Facebook, or, if you missed anything. But until next time, guys, prepare yourself for the invasion.